Episode 1. Muslim Awareness Channel, a new beginning toward a scientific understanding of history. Peace be upon you and welcome to the Muslim Awareness Channel. This channel seeks to present an intellectual and analytical reading of Arab and Islamic history, free from sectarian bias or ideological affiliation, using a method grounded in mathematical logic and rational analysis. Our aim is not to defend one sect or attack another. Rather, we study historical texts as they appear in their sources, then analyze them through an objective lens, as though we are facing a mathematical equation, searching for solutions or testing propositions with rational tools. For example, when the Sunni tradition asserts that Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, was the greatest human being after the prophets, and supports this claim with authentic narrations from al-Bukhari and Muslim, such as the Prophet's words, "If I were to take a close friend other than my Lord, I would have taken Abu Bakr as a friend. But rather, it is the brotherhood and love of Islam. And no one has done more for me in companionship and wealth than Abu Bakr." We neither reject these reports nor endorse them on sectarian grounds. Instead, we place them in a framework of study and analysis. Hypothetically, if we adopt the Shia perspective that questions the authenticity of such narrations, we then analyze Abu Bakr's historical value through his practical roles, supporting the Prophet's mission from its earliest days until his appointment as caliph. Afterward, we conduct an objective comparison between his contributions and those of other companions, asking with strict logical reasoning, does Abu Bakr truly deserve the title of absolute best even in the absence of prophetic testimony? In this way, we will present a series of episodes exploring 10 major figures in Islamic history who played central roles in shaping Arab and Islamic civilization. Our approach is rational and impartial, for whether a Muslim in the West is Sunni or Shia, he takes pride in these figures as founders of a great civilization, even if sectarian traditions may at times denounce or exclude them. We will not dwell on the jurisprudential differences among the four Sunni schools or the Shia schools, as these are part of Islam's intellectual diversity, rooted in mercy and adapted to circumstances of time and place. Instead, our focus will be on political conflicts and struggles for power, conflicts that claimed innocent lives and displaced populations under the banners of sacred heritage or destructive projects. Our purpose is to understand history as it truly is, and to reread it with impartial eyes, grounded in texts, rational analogies, and mathematical logic, far from exaggerations or passions and open to fruitful intellectual debate. At Muslim Awareness Channel, we will read Islamic history from two main perspectives, Sunni and Shia. But our goal is not to defend or attack either side. It is to evaluate what each perspective contributed to human civilization. Was it the early Shia project that transmitted elements of the modern European Renaissance through the legacy of Andalusia? Or was the greater contribution made by the political thought and intellectual heritage of the great Islamic empires, the Umayyad, Abbasid, Ottoman, and others, all of which were founded on the doctrinal belief that Abu Bakr al-Siddiq was the greatest human after the prophets? Approximately 96% of Muslims, regardless of sect, value the historical figures who built Andalusian civilization and established the intellectual foundations that the West still acknowledges as instrumental to its modern rise. In contrast, other projects, rooted in sectarian heritage, left behind a legacy heavy with death, graves, and feudal wars. We do not pass premature judgments. Instead, we read the past with critical eyes, compare it with the present, and leave the final verdict to reason and logic. Is what we see today in terms of civilization the fruit of Shia readings of history? Or is it the product of Islamic and Arab civilization established by Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, followed by other leaders who built empires that extended their influence across humanity? In upcoming episodes, we will offer a concise account of the emergence of Quraysh, as described in the Quran in Surah Quraysh, how its tribal solidarity was formed, and what impact it had on the pure message of Islam. We will explore how this solidarity both advanced and hindered Islamic civilization, on one hand contributing to state building, on the other fueling conflict. In both cases, what matters to us is the outcome, how this tribal structure enabled the rise of Arab civilization on the ruins of Persia and much of the Roman world. We will then move to assess the first central figure of that civilization, Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, focusing on his practical contributions to the mission and the state, rather than solely on transmitted prophetic reports. From there, we will follow history step by step, stopping at its major turning points to see which of them reflect the roots of today's tragedies, bloodshed, and death projects carried out in the name of a sacred past. Each episode will stand on its own, yet remain part of a broader series, opening doors to deeper understanding. To make this effort fruitful, we invite all viewers to actively support this channel and spread awareness, so that we may confront projects of death and build a civilizational awareness worthy of our ummah and its history.